When most people spend a week in Acadia National Park, they want to hike as many trails as possible and see every viewpoint. We decided to do the opposite. We slowed down, spent time at our campsites, and let nature set the pace for us, and it became one of our favorite weeks of traveling. This isn't our first time visiting this national park. Back in 2018, Joey and I took our first trip together, driving up the coast from Maryland and camping right outside of Acadia. That was my first time ever camping, and it feels surreal to be here 8 years later while we're living full-time in a travel trailer. On that first visit, we checked off all the iconic spots. We hiked the Beehive Trail, watched the waves crash at Thunder Hole, and walked around Jordan Pond. This time, we're not here to rush around from one hike to the next. We wanted to slow down and pay attention to the smaller details of this environment. It's our first day in Acadia National Park today. We spent our morning getting some work done and just enjoying the really nice weather here. Joey's back's been bothering him a little bit, so we found ourselves a shorter, kind of easier hike to do, so we're gonna head out on that right now. One thing that surprised us was how many beautiful protected natural areas exist beyond the national park. Some of our favorite places ended up being the gardens and trail systems managed by the Mount Desert Land and Garden Preserve, which gave us a completely different perspective on the island. The Eliot Mountain Trail, which starts at Thuya Gardens, was one of the most peaceful hikes we found. This mossy forest feels like it's out of a fairy tale, and the overlook with a view of the Atlantic Ocean was a nice addition. While dogs aren't allowed inside Thuya Garden itself, Kitos was able to come on the surrounding trails, making it the perfect place for him to burn off some energy without us having to do a difficult hike.
So this has been a really cool walk for us, but one thing that's really strange is we haven't really seen any birds this walk. We don't hear any chirping, any songs. It's just quiet in the woods.
We also explored the Asticou Azalea Garden, another preserve that showcases many of the native plants found in Mount Desert Island. We love learning about the local plants, trees, and wildflowers when we travel, so wandering through this garden ended up being as enjoyable as most of our hikes. One of the biggest perks of staying in Southwest Harbor was how close everything was. Echo Lake Beach was only a 20-minute walk from our campground, making it easy to spend an afternoon by the water. As one of the few freshwater swimming areas in Acadia National Park, it was the perfect place to cool off after a morning hike.
Hello, sleepy animals.
After 3 months of living and traveling in our camper, we've been reflecting on what our favorite memories have been. We recently started keeping a travel journal where we write down the moments that stand out from each place we visit. Looking back through it, we realize that our favorite memories aren't always the biggest adventures. They're the quiet mornings outside our camper, discovering a trail that isn't super popular, and laughing about something completely unexpected. This is our last day in the main part of Acadia National Park. We decided to drive around a little bit and just see some of the scenic drive and stop at Otter Cliff Overlook and see some good views. Social media often makes travel look like an endless highlight reel. And while we love hiking and exploring, it's not the only way to enjoy our travels. By the time we reached Acadia, we were feeling pretty worn out after weeks of hiking. We still wanted to experience this incredible island, but we also needed to listen to our bodies and slow things down. Oh my god, look at this dog running.
We're finishing our stay in Southwest Harbor today, and it's raining a little bit. We're going to be headed over to Schoodic Campground, which is in the inland part of Acadia, and we're hoping it doesn't rain too much so that we can set up nice and easy when we get there.
any Stephen King readers, it reminds us of The Mist, which I think, is that a short story or a book?
It's a short story, I think.
But I can definitely see where he got the idea from, because the fog is crazy covering everything, and it's the middle of the day. Got settled into our spot at Schoodic Woods Campground, and it's a really nice spot. They're very spacious. They're all pull-through spots, and they do have water and electric, which is really nice. So we're just gonna have some lunch, and it's pretty rainy and kind of gray outside, so it might be an inside type of day. We pre-made our food since we won't have the sewer hookup, so we're just having some chickpea salad and maybe some chips on the side and blueberries.
This is our first time converting our dinette into a couch, and it's going quite nice so far.
Instead of feeling like we had to squeeze in a bunch of hikes while we were in the Schoodic Peninsula, we spent the second half of our week enjoying our campground. This was the most spacious campsite we've ever had, tucked into the back of the campground and surrounded by a bunch of trees. We cooked a few new meals over our campfire and spent a lot of time relaxing outside and watching the birds. We are going to drive around Schoodic and see some of the overlooks, and then see if we can find a really cheap lobster roll for Joey. So, let's go.
Dina's not feeling 100%, so me and Kitos are going to go for a walk on our own today. Catch a bug? You caught a bug. It's gotten a little bit rocky here, so we're gonna turn back. I don't want Kitos to hurt his paw. So we're gonna end the walk early here and head back. We're about a mile out, so it should be a little over 2-mile walk.
After months of moving from place to place, these slower days feel just as special as any of the adventures we've had along the way. When we think back on this trip, we probably won't remember every trail we hiked and viewpoint we stopped at, but we will remember sitting around the campfire and spending a relaxed week together in one of the most beautiful places we visited.